Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone-Faced Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we're here with episode 35 of SDF Macross. Romanesque, I believe it's called.
Romanesque.
Yep. I'm just to give us a recap of what happened to last episode.
Oh yeah. Last time was episode 34, Private Time. Essentially, Hikaru was a jackass. He skipped out on a date with Misa to be in a date with Ling Min Mei, which backfired the moment Kaifun showed up and said date's over because they had a concert. So Hikaru tries to go back to Misa. But Misa finds out that he had been with Minmay all the time since she saw the gift, which was a scarf that Ling Minmay gave to Hikaru. And also in the process, Ling Minmay quits being an idol. She can't sing anymore. So she walks away. And because now he doesn't have his line of income, Kaifun walks away, leaving her all alone in the line. So everybody now is alone. Hikaru is neither with Misa or Linmei. Minmei is no longer working, doesn't have a producer, and doesn't have a job. And Misa is just, well, Misa.
I mean, I guess one pertinent thing comes to mind that you've constantly pointed out is that Kaifun doesn't need the Minmay money. He's a movie star himself.
Yeah, I suppose so. Well, he's famous for being that movie star. We don't know if he continues to be a movie star. We haven't seen any new movies with him in it.
I don't
So
know. One of
he,
Minmay's
he
hit songs is literally the theme song to the movie. So
yeah, yeah, I know, but that doesn't mean that okay, you made a movie like 3 years ago. Now what? And he's called now the producer.
I
Now he's the
do not
producer.
think you can pull that card. Literally, Minmay made a song 3 years ago, and she's been writing it ever since. My boyfriend is a pilot is literally it's all she's got really.
Well, that and well, she
I
has
know
like
she's got like
four
a
or five songs.
spectrum, yeah, 5 songs, but really it's my boyfriend is a pilot. She still pulls out all the time, right? It's not
Yeah, I
like
mean,
sing us a song from your new album. It's sing us the fourth song, you know. So I think, and you know how long her songs are? That's what, like 4 minutes
yeah.
versus a movie.
Mm.
I gotta think Kaifun would be more popular amongst the majority of people as the person who can entertain you for an hour.
Yeah, but she's not simply singing. She's the cultural icon, right? With the centrality and everything else. So
Right, right, I know, but I feel like she is the gateway drug of culture. Whereas, I mean, Kaifun is a martial artist. He's doing special effects in the movie, right? The whole, man, can humans do that? You know?
yeah, but remember also the movie essentially was a vehicle for her, right?
Yeah, but he was, I don't know. I don't, they
Yeah,
treat him like he was the main star.
true. But ever since he's just been the producer, right? He
Yeah,
hasn't
well,
done anything
it has
else.
been 2 years. I'm just saying, how
Mm,
many movies do we know? We have
mm,
Jamis Marin, who we don't even know what movie she's been in.
yeah.
For all we know, her and Kaifun could go, start a studio or something.
Yeah. Well, the way she works, it'll probably be a little more naughtier than usual.
I don't know, probably be a good couple. Because she was about manipulating people, he's about manipulating people. Kind of works out. I guess the only other question I had in my head is, are you team Misa or are you team Minmay?
I'll save the answer to the last episode.
Well, yeah. I was about to say, if you can't do that, that's cheating. It's like, oh wait, you know how this ends. So,
Exactly.
how about this? I'll say my answer now, and then you can go ahead and say your answer, because it doesn't matter what happens at the end. It'll all be a surprise to me, and that way you're not going to influence me, because I'll just say mine, right? So I'm
Okay,
gonna
what's
say
yours?
I'm Team Misa. Obviously, she's more down to earth. She's obviously a person who just needs somebody there. She needs companionship. We saw her with a pet last time. She's a step away from being a old cat lady.
And she also wants a baby as well, so there's that.
Yeah, she just wants companionship. She's not
Yeah.
like jumping on everybody that comes by like Min May. Min May's going out of her way to influence. I'm not jumping on everyone, but Minway's going out of her way to like, hey, stop what you're doing. Look at me. Misa is like, just shows up at his house, cleans up. He asks her out, and she's like excited the whole day. She's got very real human emotion that I can see.
I mean, I okay. The reason I'm not going to answer because there's things that's going to happen that I think are important for my analysis, right? And to explain why I feel the way I do. But I will say that this rewatching already, even though I understand how my younger self felt about Minmay and how she was supposedly bratty and all that, I'm not saying that she is the person I would choose. I'm saying that I kind of understand her position more now than I did back then.
Well, I'm not saying she's horrible. When I say, look, I think my point of view from that last statement comes mostly from the phone call from last episode. Like, drop whatever you're doing, come join me. It's not that important, is it? It's that sort of statements that are affecting me.
Yeah.
I think I lean more towards the Minmay from like episode 3 when they were like stuck together. If I'm thinking of the right episode, when they were stuck together, and she's like she was Misa back then, right? I just want to get married. I just want to have this kind of life. I can see what my future would be like. Back then, she was Misa. Now Misa is Misa, and Minmay is, I don't know, the end of Showgirls, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very jilted by the industry. She is, I don't know, she's out on a limb, basically. And to what you said, obviously I didn't see this back in the day, but I feel for Misa what I just described before,
Hmm.
the whole understanding the being lonely, just wanting somebody to connect to, being jilted every time you put yourself out there. It's very understandable. Like I said, hers is a very down to earth and relatable situation.
Hmm.
Minmay is, unless you've been dating idols, is a very it's an odd situation and does not make it as relatable. I mean, sure, she does run the gambit of emotions the same way everybody else does. I just don't find it to be as. I guess the word is relatable. I just keep jumping down to relatable. We,
Hmm.
off screen, we've already kind of done a character ranking thing that we're going to do later.
Hmm.
But one
Yeah.
of those is emotional resonance, is one of the things we rank them on. And I am big on
Yeah.
characters with emotional resonance. If I can feel like you're real and understand your foibles, that's big for me, and I think Misa ranks high on emotional resonance, where Minmay less so. All right, was that it for?
Yeah. That's it.
Okay, well, I said we go ahead and get into it then. But before we get started, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check it out over on the Patreon, where that link is. Just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure. It's all to support the channel, just a little bit extra. I think the volume kicked up. Sometimes the volume's not the same per episode. So you could also commission a special song for the last episode.
Yeah. Talk about songs. I've been listening along to the Macross Frontier soundtrack, which I really like, and the Macross Plus soundtrack as well, which I also like a lot. Uh, and this song, I mean, I like it. It's grown on me, but yeah, I think the soundtracks later on are top notch.
I obviously haven't listened to anything. Yes, I don't. I never saw them before, and I'm not spoiling myself.
Yeah, there's some spoilery elements in some of those songs. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, like, I want to be surprised by the soundtracks and everything. Plus,
Oh
also, it
yeah.
takes a while for these things to work on me. Like, I don't know what I originally said about my feelings about the Macross opening song,
Mhm. Yeah.
but it's alright. Like, it hasn't really grown on me all that much, but there's elements of it that I appreciate, like the adventurous. No, 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 I can't get into it. There's the adventurous part in the middle, and then the chorus thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more of a first instant with songs. If it hits me right away, then it's good. If it doesn't, then probably not never gonna do it.
Follow your nose. Sorry, it's a Fruit Loops joke. Toucan Sam there. Yeah, no, I don't close myself off to the songs because sometimes I can find that I'll enjoy a song that I started off hating. I'm just gonna assume that happened horribly for the birds then.
Yeah.
I kind of anticipated like this Andrade with a giant hand was gonna reach in and just the snake.
Oh, they're learning to fix stuff. They learn to fix stuff.
Also, why are we here?
And I think they're hiding.
No, don't you remember? His ship was in the Antarctic.
Yeah, I mean, probably they were being pursued and they fled here.
Instead of the Antarctic ship that they had no idea about.
Oh, it was also buried in ice as well.
Yeah. Horrible, horrible ice versus the scene where they're all literally sweating to death. But you love getting cultured.
He literally said they taught us how to repair our ships, so.
So here's my thing. You spelled Mary wrong. Oh, they do have human-sized dolls. Anyway, here's my thing. That was a better Quam Sim than the last 5 episodes of Quam Sim.
Yeah. Well, I guess they do have movies. Road to India.
Starring Kaifus.
Yeah.
That famous Indian actor.
Yeah. There probably is no India right now because it got blasted to bits, but...
I don't know. Could be Road to Resettlement.
Yeah.
India nationals on board the Macross.
Dude, don't you realize how badly you set up?
How are you standing in for her if she'd already finished? See, also a missed opportunity for the bridge bunnies, right? They can be all excited for all excited for Misa's date and everything. They should be giving him flack.
Maybe she didn't say anything. She kept it to herself.
I think they could figure it out from the phone call she had with, the new dude amongst the bridge bunnies.
Yeah.
Because they listened to that conversation. They were there. Grandpa's Andrade. That's all I think when I see him. Astro Boy. Astro Boy was in the background. Oh, Godzilla.
Astro Boy.
Yeah, I just said that twice.
Okay. They got fired from the cleaners. Poor guys.
What is going on your swing sets that you need like a metal base underneath?
I take it there's not a lot of children either. I mean,
well, it has to
considering
be.
What happened.
The whole episode, so far, the beginning of this episode has been kids buying shit.
Yeah, but he said that they were not making a lot of sales because.
I don't know. We've seen plenty of kids. Not even just this episode. There was the kid with the dog last episode from the adult toy store.
確かに似てるな。おい、民明ちゃん。
さて、昨夜人気歌手の林民明さんが急病で倒れたというニュースをお伝えしましたが、その後彼女は病気で倒れたのではないことが分かりました。林民明さんは実は昨夜から行方不明であることが関係者からの届け出により明らかになりました。民明さんは昨夜をちょ
So
っと
we were completely wrong.
したまま未だに帰らず行方不明となっています。数日前に民明さんのマネージャー林海雲氏が姿を消したことと
I mean, that is some wildly bad facts, right? You do a report that somebody collapsed, and in fact, they've been missing. Not even close.
民明。中に入ったら。さあ。一体どうしたの？
I guess there's also the conceit that Min-Mei has sacrificed most of her life for the benefit of others.
That's true.
Hello, good. Bye? That's supposed to be bye?
Oh, she's gonna go and see Shiyu, and Min-Mei's gonna be there.
I just can't help but notice the fact that after the talk that we had about movies not being that big of a thing, I've spotted more movies than I ever have in any episode.
Yeah.
気づいてみたら私何かいろんなものを落としてきたみたい。これからどうしたらいいのかわからなくなっちゃった。
Why is she wearing his jacket?
誰だって似たようなもんさ。
That's
みんな
he's
毎日い
cold.
ろんなものをポロポロ落としながら
Turn the heat
生
up.
活してるんだ。
If it's cold in there, why is he not wearing a jacket?
民明にはまだ歌があるだけ幸せさ。
好きなだけじゃダメなの。もう歌は歌いたくないわ。
民明。
もう歌わないわ。
どうして？
歌えないの。
海軍さんと何かあったんだね。
あの人のこと言うの
Way
やめ
too much happened between you and Kaifun, considering you're cousins.
もう二度と会わないわ。
だけど
知りすぎたのよ。お互いに顔を見るだけでもイライラするの。芸能界にも昔の友達にも私の気持ちを本気になって聞いてくれる人なんて誰もいない。
One, why is your door
私の
open?
こと考えてくれるのは
No wonder it's cold.
親身になってくれるのはあなただけよ。ねえ、ここにいちゃダメ？
え？
ずっといると迷惑なのは分かってるわ。今夜だけ帰るところがないの。お願い、光。お願いよ。
僕は構わないけどいいの？そんなことして。
And we have the I caught only a piece of this conversation and did not understand what's going on.
I mean, to be fair, I've heard all the conversation and I'd still take it the same way she did.
Yeah.
姉ちゃんどうした？気分でも悪いのか？
What a strange hair setup you've got, my man. You know what else just occurred to me while we were watching that? You know who else would be really sad right now if they were still around?
Huh?
Sarah.
Huh.
The girl who cried for all of nature.
Yeah.
The world got fucking destroyed. How much would she be crying now?
I mean, yeah, and she was supposed to save the world, and the world got destroyed, so. Oops.
Well, I just mean, remember he had to park his jet because, oh man, a couple of plants are growing out here. And
Yeah.
she was crying about a small carpet bombing once. You know what's amazing about this? This is a song we've never heard before.
No, it is one of Minmei's songs.
Is it?
Actually.
I don't remember
Yeah.
those lyrics at all.
Yeah, I remember the Sunset Beach specifically.
I don't. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't remember a Minmay song that had the lyrics about a beach. Hey, didn't he destroy that plane? Also,
Well,
where
he fell
did it
from-
go?
Hmm.
Yeah, no, it fell. He dropped it when he heard that Roy had died, and it broke on the ground.
No, I think it was a biplane, not a monoplane. That's a monoplane.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it was a biplane seen from below.
Looking sexy in that shirt.
I don't know. She's like 14, isn't she?
Not anymore.
16. Sorry, she's 16 right now.
Is it? I think she's more like close to 18.
I don't know. That is still
Still young,
22 years under my age. So
Okay, I get it.
look, I don't know how old you are, and you haven't put it out there. You can say I'm old enough, and I would just accept it. I'm saying for me.
No, I get it. I'm not gonna fight over that. It's just no.
Well, also, as I said, I'm already in Camp Misa, who's already been shown to say I'm an older lady. So
Yeah, she's probably 24, 25.
yeah, which doesn't really work to my example, but you know.
少佐殿、ご気分が悪いんでしたら車は止めますけれど。
いいの、このままやって。嘘。
Every
瀬翔さんが二日酔いですって。
everybody's being attentive to Misa except Hikaru.
じゃあ今日のパーティーで。
Well, yes, yeah, she looks obviously bad to everyone around her.
私にそんな虫。
Yeah, but everybody could be like, everybody's like, oh man, she got drunk. Oh man, I could turn around. Hey.
Well, I think it's mostly because Hikaru isn't there.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a cool shot, but he didn't do anything with it.
Oh, now he did.
No, like there was the cool shot of the slow motion cigarette falling from his mouth,
Uh-huh.
but they like panned away from it so quickly. Like, what if that whole battle scene had taken place in the span of the cigarette falling out of his mouth? Like, they jump over him, cigarettes falling, get shot in the back, see him collapse into his falling cigarette. They could have done more, is all I'm saying.
スクランブル。東部パトロール隊はオノギシティへ支援に急行せよ。
That was clearly old animation.
Yeah.
イライラする展開だぜ。まったく。
小野木市民の皆さん、ゼントラーディの一軍が工場街を襲っています。兵士の誘導に従って至急避難してください。
I'm sorry, that kid has a dog face. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Also,
あくまでも推測に過ぎませんが、
Also, what happened to Morok?
カムジン本来の攻撃目標は東郷軍本部のあるこの町のはず。奴の性格からして絡め手で攻めるなどということは考えられませんな。
狙いは反応エンジン。
おそらく。
早速。
はい。バルキリー東部パトロール隊マックスミリア隊に次ぐ。カムジン一派の目的は反応エンジンのダッシュにあると推測される。
And to be clear, a reaction engine, do they mean a fold device, or do they just mean a...
I think that's what they mean, yeah.
の野郎もたもたしやがって。やっと俺の趣味になってきやがった。
Because I was to say, if they just needed an engine to like get into space and everything and not fold. Because if they needed a fold device, why wouldn't they attack the automated factory in orbit? That's assumedly just making these things. Or did we forget that that exists?
No, I mean, I think they just want a ready engine already. I think they're attacking the industrial area because of it.
Oh, she is here. Okay. I was wondering why she wasn't showing up, or like she wasn't shown on the ship before.
臨時ニュースを申し上げます。今朝7時20分頃、オノギシティにバトルポッド軍が襲来しました。ポッド軍はオノギシティ
I
の
knew Bridge guys are
山間部にある
Christian.
工業地帯を襲撃しています。各地のパトロール隊が鎮圧に向かってい
おのぎだったら俺の受け持ち区域じゃないか。なんで俺にスクランブルはかかんないんだ。
Who's getting in the jet?
いつものことさ。
光る
Oh, it's just him. I thought we were getting shown that somebody else was getting into the jet in his place.
No.
Not some weird time scale thing.
Also, the way they cut it is like they cut him taking off and then later on getting in the plane. It's like, shouldn't you have him getting the plane first? Be
Well,
more significant.
It's more
Yeah.
confusing with him saying, "Why wasn't I called in?" And then we see his jet, his Valkyrie.
Yeah, taking
know.
off. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, did Misa get in for some reason? What's going on here?
激しさを増しており、両軍および市民の間にかなりの死傷者が出ている模様です。
Oh no.
What,
a
after
pineapple.
3 years of war, I never considered that Hikaru might die in a fight? Also, get it? Pineapple grenade?
よーし。おいくれ。本面の用意だ。やってんで。
I think it's more surprising to me that Ogar hasn't died yet.
周りを固めろ。居住区域を出たところでミサイルの使用を許可する。
I don't know if you remember, but like 3 episodes back, the implication was Ogar had a real problem with his emotions. That he used to be like a hardline Centrati warrior, and now he's like, I don't even know what they were trying to go for.
これは。
こちらサンタのおじさん、作戦は完了だ。俺たちはラプラ水を拾って帰還する。クリスマスプレゼントの時間だ。繰り返す。クリスマスプレゼントの時間だ。
マックス、ミリア、追跡は中止だ。町の住民を救助する。
From what?
了解。
Yeah, from the terrorist attack.
Well, no, yeah, you're a Valkyrie pilot. What are you gonna do? Oh, thank God I had those water missiles.
I mean, they could have reloaded, I guess.
No, we just saw him turn around. Which means he was ready to fight the Zentradi with firefighting missiles, by the way. I don't think you're gathering that. Firefighting missiles.
I think they just shortened the action, basically.
Oh, yeah. He did a lot of that.
オノギシティでの戦闘がバトルボットの退却により終結してすでに6時間。一時は
I guess this was the Macross Christmas episode.
と思われた大火災もようやく収まり、街には再び静けさが戻ってきました。
Jesus.
この戦闘により、
That was a hell of a scene.
共に多大の死傷者が
Yeah.
Hey, I just invoked him.
Which is interesting because the Japanese are not particularly religious, but they chose to have this very, very Christian version of Christmas.
I think it's more so that Christianity just doesn't have a big place in Japanese society.
Yeah.
Since historically they've kind of repressed and pushed away missionaries
Yeah.
throughout history. Did it finally drop its arms?
バネッサから聞いたよ。
The Macross, I
俺に
mean.
スクランブルがかかんなかったわけを。どうして俺が病気だなんて嘘ついたんだ。
ヒカル、玄関のドアいつもきちんと閉めておかないと不用心よ。
Yeah, okay, fine. But Misa,
See,
you were more professional than that. Oh, hey.
I was gonna say that didn't match up. The arm in one shot is the arm going into the water like this, and the next shot it showed perfectly sideways again.
帰ったよ。
おかえりなさい。やだ。私ちょっと顔洗ってくる。
Well, she made dinner. And a cake.
Well, yeah, I mean, we saw her in the cooking apron and
ヒカル
everything,
生きてる。
even before he left.
ヒカル、お願い、軍人なんかやめて。こんな思いして待つなんて、私。
Which is interesting because he got into the military because you told him that you should help protect other people. And now you're telling him to quit
みんな。
to be with you.
I mean, it's the end of the arcs, right?
Yeah.
I'm giving up everything that I've been about this whole time. You give up everything you've been about this whole time. We'll just be together from now on.
Well, I think what happened, and this is something that they don't do very clearly, is that she represents the life that he could have had. Right?
Well, he has.
And
The life he has.
no, he does. No, he no. Remember, he was a civilian. In the first episode, he was like, "Oh no, you." He was fighting Roy, saying, "Oh, but you just kill people and stuff." Right? He was actually pretty anti-military.
No, I mean, you said the life he could have had. I thought you meant the life with her. And it's like, that's the life he does have.
Well,
Now-
I mean,
Yeah, I know, there's one episode left for them to fuck it up. I just mean
yeah.
that
I
it
mean,
seems like
I
they've
thi-
pretty hard gone into the camp of Hikaru and Minmay.
But that's the thing. It's like, and Misa represents a life that his reality since he joined the military, right? She's the military. Misa is military. Ling Min Mei is civilian life, right? You don't have to fight anymore. The war is supposed to be over, right? Why are you still doing this? And
I
the
mean-
reality is that we seen that Hikaru is at his best when he's in the cockpit of the pilot. I mean, he's just become a kick-ass pilot, right?
The cockpit of the pilot.
Cockpit of the plane, or the Valkyrie in this case.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. It's basically like near the end of Starship Troopers, right? We're the old men now. That
Yeah.
he's basic after Roy's gone. Who else has more combat experience than him, except for
Yeah,
maybe
and they-
Maximilian Genius?
Yeah, and also if you see how they animate him, animate a little bit taller, broader shoulder, like he's supposed to be older instead of more of a bigger build. Not as big as Roy, but
I mean, I guess
Roy.
maybe the implication therein is also that if we have the Zentradi joining the military now as well,
Mm-hmm.
that they are nothing. I mean, they are literally nothing but military experience. That maybe it is time to take a rest. That you don't need to do this anymore, because eventually other people will need to take your place.
Yeah.
There is no reason to do it forever. Which I guess maybe is the lesson that Roy should have learned. He fought one whole unification war, man, and then half of Space War 1, or whatever we're calling it. Again,
Space War,
the
yeah.
hubris to put a 1 in front of it. But I guess that's not even hubris, that's just pessimism.
Naming
The
convention.
pessimism of
Yeah.
putting a 1 in front of it. Well, I guess we know there's more Zentradi out there, and the, God, what we could have done with that one floating mystery, right? The
Yeah,
what?
Supervision Army ship, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we hinted at it. Like, what did we even do? Why did we go pick up the automated factory just to have it break down?
I
Like,
mean, I think
here's
they
a
fixed it.
no, it broke down and then we never went back.
I mean, the implication I think was that they're working on it. It's like
Yeah, it
they're not
just
just
means
gonna
that we
leave it
never went
there.
back to it. If the next series doesn't start off with, supervision army ship and automated factory, then I just have no fucking idea. It's like, well, I know what the next show we should make is. How many years away is that going to be? I don't know. But if we set it up now, I don't know, man. Obviously, this turn looks like it's turning out to be a Min-May wins scenario. I mean, if you come down to this, like Team Jacob versus Team Edward, right? It looks like this is a Team Edward win. That's right, Min-May's a fucking vampire. She's an emotional vampire.
Yeah, she is a very needy girl. Yeah.
Well, I mean, she literally shoved herself back in. It's like, okay, I've given up on you. I loved you once. I recognize that that's not gonna happen anymore. Have fun with Kaifun or whatever. And then he moves on, and he starts seeing Misa, and they start actually talking about their feelings and whatnot. And then Minmay's like, "He loved me. I can't let that fucking go. I'm in there like a high school girl, you know? She just messes everything up for Misa." And I guess, if you want to think about it, Kaifun as well.
Yeah.
And, inserts herself back in. What's that? You had plans? Fuck those plans. Come see me. I know you're emotionally attached to me in a way that's very unhealthy. So,
Yeah.
come see me. Leave everything behind. Your hopes, your dreams, everything.
Your career?
That's what I said. Everything. Give it all up. Die in this small room with me.
Here's the thing, and I think this is, and going to now to the next episode when we do it. There's some good ideas here that if they had been handled better, you would have had a superior story. Like Ming Mei's arc with being an idol. That actually has some interesting stuff in it. Misa trying to find a way to live outside of the military, expand her life. Hikaru conflict between what it could have been one life as a civilian and he's now the man that he is right now. He's grown into, right? The concept with the conflict that Centrati have in a post-war scenario, right? And transformation of culture and all that. Those are very good ideas on paper, but so far the execution has not been great. And I think the reason I blame it all on forcing it into the romantic triangle. Instead of romantic triangle being a reflection of what's going on, we have the romantic triangle and we excuse it by saying, oh, yeah, no, he's conflicted. And now he acts like a brat. Oh, Kaifun was anti-war, but he's really selfish. Oh, Ming Mei is lost and she's just going to do whatever she want to do, right? She's being a brat again. Misa is still the doormat, right? That does everything for everybody, right? Those ideas, which should have been the driving point of the plot and everything that's happening, instead are used as an excuse to let's have another episode where people are confused and are fighting over each other and who loves whom and blah blah blah. And that's the part I don't like.
I'm going to bring up Gundam real quick, just as an example of, I guess, concept or hope. Gundam has a thing. Obviously, you already know because I brought it up before, and I don't know what you knew before. Called The Origin, where they go into the prequel of Mobile Suit Gundam, and then they set a bunch of stuff up for when if you want to watch the original series or whatever. But The Origin's actually based on a manga series that covers all the stuff in more detail. My point is that it's done very well. It's done in a great art style. Like, they do leave stuff out from the manga only specifically for the benefit of time, characterizations, etc. And the same animation and I don't know if it's the same writing team. I know it's the same producer, director, whatnot. Goes on to make the movie Doan's Island, which is itself basically a movie remake of episode 15 of the show, which was so bad that it gets
Mhm.
removed from a bunch of releases. Well, it's one of those things where they sent it off to like a cheap South Korean animation team, which was
Mhm.
pretty common back in the era.
I mean,
Uh,
we see it all the time here in Macross as well.
well, I only bring it up because there is the hope I've seen amongst a number of Gundam fans that they would like remake the original Gundam in Origin style, which is updated graphics, updated everything, uh, redo the story a bit to modernize it, or at least set it up to align with those sorts of things. I think this is what the whole reason I even brought that up. I think what Macross could really be really well served with is a reboot. And not a reboot to change things, a reboot
Mhm.
to fix the story or at least set it up differently. Because I think a remake of SDF Macross in a 24 episode format, like
Mhm.
really take the knife to the episodes and cut out what's not needed and restructure the story in a way that solves the romance problems and everything. Obviously, I feel like this story was meant to be 27 episodes, and I
Mhm.
really feel like there is enough filler, or not filler, but stuff not important to the story that doesn't serve any real narrative purpose that we could cut 3 episodes worth of time out of it and make it
Okay,
a
I'll
two core modern anime season.
put a pin on that from when we see Macross. Do you remember love?
Yeah, I know that is I know stuff gets changed. People told me stuff gets changed in that. Obviously, I don't know what, but I don't know. I'm looking at I don't know what Macross et al is because I haven't seen anything
I
past
would
zero in this.
also. This is not necessarily a spoiler. I would say that that kind of feeling has been something that has permeated all of Macross, is all the ones that I've seen, and that what you see, the recurring themes, is an attempt to do this right. What you see here, to do it again with other characters and similar situations, and like, oh, yeah, we screwed up over there, so now let's do it better here. Like, ironically, the first and second seasons of TNG, where it was what was his name? Forgot the name of the creator. Gene Roddenberry wanted to do all the ideas that it was supposed to be Star Trek Phase Two, but it turned out that all his ideas were some of the best, worst ideas in TNG. But he was trying
Yeah,
to implement them, right? So I'm not saying that what happens next in Macross is bad. I would argue that it's an improvement. But you're gonna see some recurring ideas, and in many ways, I feel that they have that same. It's it's a bit of a problem. We also see it in Star Wars as well, the sort of fix it idea, right? That we have to go back and try to do it better again and again and again. And it's not a problem in Macross because we do have new characters. We're not going back to the well to, hey, remember this character from, 30 years ago, 40 years ago? Well, we're going to bring them back. And now they're going to say some things to make them better, or our interpretation of the character, right? They're not stuck in the same characters, which is good. But I think starting with Do You Remember Love, there's always been a spirit of, yeah, we did that before. We didn't like it. We're not going to go back and revisit that. But, here's the fix. And with some other characters.
yeah. No, I mean I understand what I'm saying is the worst part of Hollywood, right? Let's reboot it. We haven't touched Back to the Future in a while. Those things that you probably don't want things to be touched. I don't know. I
And
understand
also
what
there,
you're saying, and it's very true, right? If they keep like reinventing themselves for every new season, or not every new season, every new branch of the story. But at the same time, I'd really like this story, this
oh, I do
very
like it too.
specific story to be done well or better, and I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
feel like you could. I
I
don't.
mean, you could.
I mean, I could see where it could go wrong, like every Thundercats reboot. I could see it going wrong, but at the same point, you really could. I don't feel like you could get worse. I don't feel like you could get worse, so you could
yeah,
do it better.
yeah. I think, yeah. I mean, even on a streaming service, if you're having an hour with no commercials, you could probably crunch like 3 episodes into one.
Look, if Velma can get a season 2, I think we could reboot Macross.
Yeah. Like, for example, the first 3 episodes of the series, and we're kind of talking about whole series stuff, so maybe when we get to that, we'll be talking more about this. But for example, the 3 episodes in the beginning that I said, like a mini arc, that should have been 1 episode.
That's what
If
I'm
you had a
saying.
full hour and no commercials, you can just put it all in 1
Yeah, my
episode.
initial pitch where I said 24 episodes, my original thought was like maybe 12. Because literally, I think if you cut a bunch of the crap out of it, you could make the whole Pluto to Earth arc like 1 or 2 episodes. There's not a lot there. It's just a couple of attacks and Hikaru and Minmay figuring each other out, and they don't even do that. So, really, a lot of this. Oh God, I'm trying to think. Did you ever watch Full Metal Alchemist?
I watched a little bit of it.
The original?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the difference between Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, where Full Metal Alchemist will do things in like 4 to 5 episodes. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood will do it in 1 episode. We could really parse stuff out here because I think the spacing is extremely similar to that. That there is a lot of extra that wasn't really required. I feel like it was just padding for time.
Yeah, and again, it goes back to this is our first, because this was Studio Niue and Kawasaki Shiro Kawasaki. That was first original series. Before this, what they were basically a backup studio that did mostly mech designs.
Daikon?
Right? Yeah. No, Daikon is a convention. That was
No, yeah, but they did the opening animations for Daikon.
Yeah. And then Daikon 1 to 3, I think.
times?
Yeah, 1 to 3. And stuff like that. That's what they did. So basically, this was their first, like, oh, here we have money to make our own series, right? And they went through a lot of ideas, and this is a series where they found their footing. But I guess we're talking a lot of stuff that I think we should be talking after the series is over. So yeah, even though we're getting to it, so again, put a pin on it. We'll have more time to it. At
Right.
least
Another
that's
pin
my
guy.
take on it. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that's where we're going to wrap up for this episode then. Once again, I have been Theta. This is Lessons. We've been Stone-Faced Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?